Today, we're going on an out-of-this-world adventure to discover what you'd look like if you were born and raised on different planets in our solar system. Are you ready to see how wacky and wild your body might be? Let's blast off. Mars, the red planet. First stop, Mars. Imagine if you were a Martian kid. You'd be super tall and skinny. Whoa! Because Mars has way less gravity than Earth. With less gravity pulling you down, you'd stretch out like a piece of taffy. Your bones would be thinner and weaker, so you might need special exercises to keep them strong. And get this, your head would be more significant than your body. You'd look like a little bobblehead doll bouncing around the red Martian sand. But here's the most incredible part. You might have extra big lungs to breathe the thin Martian air. You'd be like a super-powered balloon animal. Plus, your eyes would adapt to the dim light, and your skin would darken to protect you from the radiation. Venus, the hot and cloudy planet. Whoa, it's getting steamy as we zoom to Venus. If you lived here, you'd look very different. Venus is super hot and has a thick atmosphere. Like a rhinoceros, your skin would be super thick and tough to protect you from the heat. Like an owl's, your eyes would be huge to see through the thick clouds, and you might have flaps of skin between your arms and body, like a flying squirrel, to help you glide through the dense Venusian air. But the craziest part, you'd be short and squat because of the intense pressure on Venus. You'd look like a tough little space potato. Mercury, the swift and toasty planet. We're racing to Mercury, the speediest planet in our solar system. If you lived on Mercury, you'd be a master of extremes. One side of you would be dark and freezing, while the other would be bright and hot. Your skin might be two-toned, dark on one side to absorb heat, and shiny on the other to reflect it. You'd probably have big, sturdy feet to handle the rocky surface, and your eyes would be tiny slits to protect them from the bright sun. You'd be short and stocky to withstand Mercury's gravity changes. You'd look like a tough little space rock. Jupiter, the giant gas ball. Hold on to your helmets, we're floating to Jupiter. If you could live on this gas giant, you'd be the stretchiest person ever. Jupiter's gravity is super strong, so you'd be short and wide, like a pancake. Your bones would be incredibly dense and strong to keep you from being squished. But here's the wild part. You might have tentacle-like arms to swim through Jupiter's gassy layers, and your skin could change colors like a chameleon to protect you from the intense radiation. You'd be the coolest space octopus ever. Saturn, the ringed wonder. Ring-a-ding-ding, we're at Saturn. If you lived here, you'd be the most flexible person in the solar system. Saturn's gravity is less than Earth's, so you'd be tall and bendy, like a rubber-bound person. You might have long, stretchy arms to touch Saturn's beautiful rings. Your ears would be huge to hear through Saturn's thick atmosphere. And you'd have remarkable eyes that can see in the dark since Saturn is so far from the sun. You'd look like a fun, floppy space noodle. Uranus, the sideways ice giant. It's getting chilly as we tiptoe to Uranus, the planet that spins on its side. If you lived here, you'd be the ultimate ice skater. Your feet would be wide and flat, perfect for gliding on Uranus' icy surface. Like a walrus, your skin would be bluish and thick to keep you warm in the freezing temperatures. And get this, you might have a particular organ in your belly that makes internal heat. Like a built-in furnace, you'd look like a roly-poly blue snowman with ice skates. Neptune, the windy blue marble. Our last stop is Neptune, the windiest planet in the solar system. If you called Neptune home, you'd be built for speed. Your body would be streamlined and aerodynamic, like a race car. You might have fins or flaps on your arms and legs to help you swim through Neptune's fast-moving atmosphere. Your eyes would be huge and able to see in shallow light, since Neptune is so far from the sun. And your hair, it would always look like you're in a wind tunnel. You'd be the coolest space surfer dude in the galaxy. Whoa, Space cadets, can you believe how different you'd look on each planet? From stretchy Martians to tough Mercurians, from flexible Saturnians to speedy Neptunians. The universe is full of unique possibilities, but humans can't live on these planets without special technology. But it's super cool to imagine, isn't it? If you enjoyed this cosmic adventure, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Think Beyond for more out-of-this-world scenarios. Until next time, keep looking up and dreaming big. This is Think Beyond, signing off from our solar system tour. Stay curious, little astronauts.